Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I begin with this video, I would like to share a little thought behind making this video. I was traveling in the metro day before yesterday. What I encountered on one of the metro stations was that I was waiting for the metro to come. I was on the platform. So what happens is that there was a girl standing next to the platform, and she was waiting for the metro as well. So what happened? Suddenly I heard her shouting and screaming like anything, and obviously I was taken aback for a moment. And I ran towards that girl, and many other people were they were surrounding around her, and there was a crowded kind of a situation over there. Yeah, COVID is still existing there, but still people were gathering around her, and they were asking her कि क्या हो गया, क्या हो गया, क्या हो गया. They were very panicky about it. So what happened was she was crying and she was like screaming कि कोई मेरा phone लेके भाग गया, and somebody snatched her phone, and she was like she could not do anything because he just ran away in the in a fraction of seconds, and she was stunned there itself. So she was very much worried about it, and she was crying and weeping very badly. So what happened was that everybody was looking at her, and everybody was waiting और सब बातें कर रहे थे कि क्या हो गया, and like usually how the crowd reacts. So somebody was saying that call the police, call the station master and whatever, the authorities of the DMRC and all. But nobody was calling any of the authority people. Like they were only talking and talking and talking. That's what they were doing. I was also standing there, like I was also taken aback for a moment, because I have never seen such kind of situation in front of me. Honestly, I haven't seen anything like that. So I was also kind of shocked at what to do. Then I don't know what kind of reflexes I gained. I just went near that area where we exit, and there was some customer care people. So I just contacted them and I told them कि ऐसा कुछ situation हो गया है, and somebody has robbed a girl and she's crying, and please if you can come and help, then please help her. So they came in and they cross-examined her, and all the formalities were taken care of. Then obviously in 5 minutes the crowd was dispersed and everybody was sent to their respective places, because obviously COVID की वजह से अब ज़्यादा देर एक जगह crowd नहीं कर सकते हो. So all this was taken care of. But I was so surprised that ऐसी situation में God forbid कल आज वो लड़की है, कल कोई और हो सकता है, any boy, any girl, any human being for that matter. Even you can also be there in place of that girl. So what will you do, or how will you react if everybody is standing there watching you like a spectator and doing nothing, like simply doing nothing and just making remarks कि ये हो सकता है, ये कर दो, वो कर दो. Just imagine. Yeah, it feels very disgusting. Yeah, so do that girl must be feeling at that moment. I could empathize with her. I don't know how. There's no relation. There's nothing which I could relate to her in a moment. But I don't know what made me take that step, and I informed the customer care person. But I did. So I was kind of satisfied at the end कि चलो at least some action will be taken later on. So all this happened in about 15-20 minutes or so, or maybe longer than that. I don't know exactly, but I was quite disturbed with this whole scenario. I came back home, I discussed it with my parents and with my brother and all. So they were also kind of surprised कि obviously एक reaction क्या होता है लोगों का कि आज के ज़माने में किसको पड़ी है, इतनी busy life है, सब अपने में busy रहते हैं, and nobody wants to come into somebody else's bad books, और किसी को अपना नाम नहीं खराब करना, या किसी को कोई चांस नहीं लेना, या किसी को किसी के फटे में टांग नहीं अड़ाना. तो these kind of things comes regularly, and we hear it, we see it. So I was also like yeah, it's fine. If our society in general is carrying such a mentality, then a single person cannot do anything. Rather, we have to stand unitedly, and we have to work towards this thing. So with this incident only, I thought that I should make a video on this, and I should give it a name, Rather, there is a name for this whole thing, which is called diffusion of responsibility. So today I will be talking about diffusion of responsibility. So what are the main reasons or factors for diffusion of responsibility? Why does this happen? So basically, the first and the foremost reason is confusion. Like as I said, that when I encountered that metro incident, I was confused and I was taken aback, and I didn't knew what to do in that moment. Like it was a sudden reaction, and I had to prepare myself that what step should I take next, or what is going to happen. Like I didn't knew anything. It was a very unpredictable situation. Second is like discriminatory factor. When we are discriminating towards a certain sect or a certain particular person, maybe on the basis of gender, caste, creed, color, anything. So because of these reasons, they might not want to help somebody whom they are already discriminating upon, or they are maintaining a distance from that person. So they don't want to help such a person, so they back out from such situations. So this is one of the reasons why people don't try to help somebody. And also large group and sizes. So when we are in a situation where there are large number of people, बहुत सारे लोग हैं crowd के अंदर, तो एक thought हर किसी के दिमाग में यही आता है कि मैं ही क्यों हेल्प करूं? 100 जने और हैं, उनमें से कोई आएगा, इनिशिएटिव लेगा, हेल्प करेगा. I have my own thing to do, but nobody wants to take the responsibility of that person who is at need. So how can we overcome this diffusion of responsibility without blaming, shaming anybody else or yourself for anything that's happening around you? Take these few measures and you will see the difference. First of all, be empathetic, practice empathy, put yourself into somebody else's shoes and experience कि अगर आप उसकी जगह हो और आपके साथ कोई ऐसी same situation हो रही है, how you gonna feel, how you gonna react, how others gonna react, and like who's there in front of you. So yeah, keep yourself in that person's place, and that will give you some kind of empathy to work towards society and yourself as a person. Secondly, focus on the person and not the group. So when we talk about the group, we somehow are initiating diffusion of responsibility. For example, if I talk about workplace environment, the person who's in the authority, he or she tries to distribute the responsibilities onto a group where it is less likely that the group will do it. So instead, what the group will do is they're gonna diffuse the responsibility. They're gonna put their responsibility on somebody else's shoulders and gonna delay it, procrastinate it. So rather than that, what you can do is assign a particular thing to a particular person so that he or she feels responsible for that, and chances are more that he or she is gonna complete that task on time. Another thing is, without being discriminatory about anybody, just focus upon a person as a social element and not somebody on the basis of their caste, creed or color. When you discriminate or stereotype any person, you are not connecting to that person, and you are not seeing that person as a whole but as parts. So avoid that. Also, in terms of workplace or any situation, if you are giving a person some motivation, some drive to do something, then he or she will definitely feel responsible and will complete that responsibility, because he or she is getting rewarded, he or she is getting incentives for doing that work, for that job. For example, in the workplace environment, we get perks, we get incentives, bonus. Why? Because we are being motivated indirectly to focus on our job, to give services, and to be a better human and a better service provider to that company. So yeah, these things are very, very important, with which you can overcome the diffusion of responsibility. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope that you like this content. I have said a lot in this video. I know it's gonna be hell long, but still, if I have missed upon any point, please do mention in the comment section, and you can even comment the recommendations which I should be keeping in mind for my next video, because I haven't thought about it anything. So yeah, your suggestions, your opinions are most welcome in the comment section. So till then, stay positive, stay hopeful, stay kind, take care of yourself.